Speed Series Part 2, and today we're going to help you create a toe level transition. In this series, we are combining fitness, rec drills, and feels to take all of those changes, progressions into your swing. Last week, we focused on loading your backswing. And if you haven't checked it out already, make sure that you do now, because this 3-part series is going to get it done, guys. All right, so today, transition is about how you sequence movement, how you separate the upper and the lower body, and how you create speed. That's what these movements are going to do. Let's go. What's going on, guys? This is the reverse scorpion. A little bit of tension in this. It's not the easiest thing to talk through, but basically, let's talk about it. All right, so we're looking at the separation here. We're looking at how the lower body rotates, how we can create rotation through the spine in terms of segmentation. All right, so we're really working through the hips. It's a nice feeling, guys. Right, this one gets that range of motion going. It gets you moving, and as long as you breathe through, you're going to increase your movement capacity as well, guys. All right, so dial this one up and get down there to get it done. Movement 2 is the kettlebell swing. Okay, so the reverse scorpion helps us rotate, increases our range of motion and separation through the body. Here, we're looking at stability under force, all right, because the golf swing's got an awful lot going on. Okay, you need to be stable through the core and the lower body if you want to be able to use that force consistently and efficiently. Okay, so the kettlebell swing engages the posterior chain, gets us working against the ground, and fires up the core, so we create that stability that we need. Okay, real simple. 2 hands on the kettlebell. We're going to push those hips back, keeping a bend of the knee, so we load the hamstrings, the glutes, and as we do so, let the kettlebell hinge, extend the hip, and bring it up to eye level. Nice simple motion. Make sure you load the hips every time. Fire to stand tall and get those glutes running. This is a combination, means that we have the movement, we have the stability, and then we add in the speed, which is going to come from the lateral flow med ball slams. All right, so here we're looking at our awareness of the ground. We're looking at creating force from vertical, lateral, and rotational. Okay, so grab a med ball. This one's light, about 7 pounds. You can go anywhere up to 20 plus pounds, as long as you can still move fast, guys, right? That's the key. Execution and speed. All right, from here, we're gonna load, we're gonna sway, load, and then once we've loaded into that side, just like we do in the swing, we're gonna elevate and then compress. Okay, so we get that lateral feeling, then we get the vertical extension, compress down, all in a rotational pattern. So we load, load, up, down. Make sure you go full send, and the movement through the feet is the awareness we want to take into the swing to make some real gains. Alright, guys, this is the impact drill. Okay, you can use a head cover, you can use a smash bag, basically anything big and soft. Alright, and this, following on from the RPM drill last week, is going to dial up that transition. Okay, because if you've fully loaded your backswing like we talked about last time, naturally the whole body is going to be in stretch and load. So once you get to the top, we get that little feel of that lag position, but basically the whole body's ready to transition in the opposite direction. So if you've got good engagement against the ground, if you've got good trail hip rotation, once we're in this position here, the body naturally wants to work back down into the ground, rotate into the ball, and then let it go. Okay, so our focus here is on not limiting your capacity to transition into a fast, powerful downswing. Okay, that's why we use the bigger target, the softer target. We don't necessarily need a ball flight right now because that can slow you down, that can inhibit your movements and cause difficulty through the ball. Okay, so what we want to do here is take those feels that we had from last week, which remember was left lead side, loading into the trail side. I like to feel as that shoulder gets all the way back in line with that trail foot whilst the trail hip rotates. Once we're in that loaded position, we just want to be able to change direction. We squat, we push, and we rotate to get into this position here before we then peak up and give it everything we've got, guys. All right, so again, by having a bigger, softer target, we don't have to think about the specifics. We can load and fire. So make sure it's something soft enough, but when you complete this drill, you got to go full speed, full load, and then transition into the ball without any fear so you can level up and play like a top. Right guys, so that's the transition. And basically, we're trying to take that straight into the shot without slowing down or inhibiting our movement, okay? Because a lot of the tension in the transition actually comes from trying to steer it, trying to keep the ball in play and not letting the body do what you need to do. But that's what we're here to do, is create a body-led swing where we trust the full load of the backswing, we trust the musculature and the accuracy to change direction, bring the club back down into the ball, and then from there, it's all about those impact factors as to how the ball flies. Like I said, I tend to go from the inside with a strong face, so I naturally hit a draw. That's what we're going to talk about next time, guys. All right, week 1, we loaded the backswing. Week 2, right now, we're dialing in that transition because we're going full send, trusting the hips to lead, hit our sequencing on the way down. And then next week, we're going to look into the impact factors of how to get the face to match the path, to optimize your body-led swing and create some mechanics, guys. All right, so I'm going to tee one up now. Make sure you check in next week, guys, all right, because we want a powerful swing, we want all the speed that we've got, but also we need that consistency, okay? So what I look to do here in terms of the transition, like I said, make sure we fully load that backswing, super patient in transition, and then it's just about turning to the target as hard as possible and trying to square that face up at high speed. So load it up and turn. Not too bad, guys, kind of warming up. That little low left. Good speeds though, good speeds. All right, we got something going on. So that's your transition. We need to load the body, use it, and then take the mind out of it. Okay, next week we add in specifics, so make sure you check out next week, subscribe to the channel, get the app, tell your friends, do all the things you need to do to golf strong.